What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today, since we have just done the upgrade to our nope, that's not her name, Thirst of Blood Betty. Every time I think of TVB, I think of Thick Something Betty. Don't know why, but that's what it is, and we now have some power on her, so she's got more survivability. Can't build the Betty just yet for her last tenant, which is a little disappointing. Honestly, until I do that, I should probably do one thing, and that's go back over to Cloud Island and make one adjustment here. So in reality, all the points right here are just useless for the time being, because it's going to be a week at least before we can build her back up. We're just going to invest everything back into Scarlet Queen Halora. Don't know who and when we're going to do more things with Stellar Shards, we'll have to see. But here's what we're going to do. Now you can see our main team is all right here in the top 6 heroes. They're all householders. She's the only one without an A- copy, and I wonder what that price tag would actually be. What is the cheapest Betty possible right now? 25,000. It's actually a pretty good roll too. Precision, control precision. It's actually pretty solid. It is a bid. My goodness, that's a copy too. Both of them have really good attack rolls. My goodness. Yeah. Maybe we'll go for one eventually. Maybe what we should do is like sell off our Mockman copy, since we just simply don't even use them anymore. We also have that Asmodel. I wonder if we should do that. Let me check the pricing for like Mockman right now. Still about the same price. Maybe I'll try to sell mine. I don't know. We'll see. But what we are going to do is, hopefully, this is going to be probably the last day we give some good attempts to this difficulty 9. Just not sure how this is going to go. But the one big change is we have one more hero that should be supporting here. I don't know if we should be using her core, because this is the level 8 core. So it says essentially blah blah blah, whenever she releases it or triggers it, she deals damage to all twined enemies and reduces their energy with a 50% chance to reduce 20 more energy. Of course, that can't happen on the boss, but it can happen to all the little minions. And then there's a 75% chance to blood twine everybody else. Maybe it works. She has energy, so the second she gets hit in the first round, she's going to proc her Scarlet Therapy. Let's see how that works, and let's just go back over to the Phoenix for better damage. We have kind of an energy feed situation going on. And again, I think what I should be doing is putting the more valuable heroes in the front row, because I think the back row gets hit a little bit more. Don't know if this is a mistake. Let's just give it a try. Let's see how this works out. My hope is she gets hit. Well, actually, maybe she should go in the back row. Because if the back row gets hit first, that would be the best chance to avoid a lot of hits. But those hits also give shields, which is kind of important. Because you notice they all hit the back row. Right there is going to be the first chance. So we'll see. We got 2 of them twined. However, actually, a lot of them got twined right there. Holy cow, she's actually almost going to die. She actually might die right here. That is not a strategy that is going to work. We are not going with the Demon Bell energy feed. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with the tanky team setup, because that was disastrous. Honestly, the fact that she is CCing the enemies means we have less time to generate shields, which again might be a really, really bad thing. But we don't know unless we test it out. So we are going to test it out, and we're going to see what happens. So we're going to change everybody over to crowns here. Vulcan, I think we're also changing over to a crown. I think that's the better play. All of that looks pretty good. Yeah, let's give this a shot. And again, I think what we're going to do is actually keep the more high value targets. Maybe like that. Let's give it a shot. Let's see. This could be disastrous. This could work perfectly. The crowd control might be the worst thing that happens, because I said these basic attacks don't do a lot of damage, but what they do provide is a ton of shielding for our back row, and you'll notice the front row really doesn't get any shielding, so you kind of need like your tankiest heroes in the front row. And let's see how this actually turns out. I really don't know. We got to just keep our heroes alive. So yeah, they're all pretty much CC'd right here, but this is the end of the round, which is kind of irrelevant. Okay, so this is the first test we have. All of them are twined, which means they're not going to attack. Don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. Maybe we have to run a crown on our Lord of Fear Aspen as well. I don't know. Because, yeah, he just melted there. I don't think the extra crowd control is the answer here. Now, what that means is we could just not use her core and we could go back to something like Scarlet Queen Halora's core. That way they're not getting CC'd as much. I think that might be the better option. But if our Lord of Fear Aspen is not alive, there's really no point doing any of this because as much as I love Vulcan, Lord of Fear Aspen is going to be the one that can actually take the boss out. And again, like I said, without all these little minions hitting us a bunch, we're not going to generate tons of shields, which I don't know if that's good. I don't know if it's bad. Either that or just run a crown on Lord of Fear Aspen too and see how it works out. Just go with a super tanky setup. If only you could crowd control the bosses too, right? That would be awesome. Like, it does look better, kind of. But healing does, again, it's that, like, round 6 area. We just gotta somehow keep them alive, but, like, I think we have to keep them very offensive. What I would say we probably want to do is just go back to, like, the healing core. I mean, honestly, putting Therapist of Blood Betty in this lineup might be a worse scenario for us, just because of the way this works, where the little tiny guys are the ones that are giving us all the power for our shields, so that when the boss winds up and hits us, we're in a much better situation. And again, having Vulcan in the front row might not be great. Sadly, we can't move Lord of Fear Aspen whether we want to or not. He has to be in slots 4 or 5 across from the boss. It's a must-have situation here. And you see, he's getting really weak hits here. Big hit, which is good. He luckily full heals. Getting a basic attack with Natalia is not bad, really. Because in that situation, we're giving a full shield to our Lord of Fear Aspen. You kind of see here, we're not getting a ton of shields back onto him because of the CC. Means he might die here. Yeah, he just dies. He just dies. So actually putting Therapist of Blood Betty in, worst scenario for us. Even though we have a stronger hero, it ends up not being great in this one very unique situation because, well, we literally do not want to CC the enemies. So lesson learned, as far as the warrior boss goes, if you have Hyperspace Hunter Ilamok, not a good outcome. Now we can see what our Doom Terminator Vulcan can do in these next couple rounds, but I think it's just going to go very, very poorly for us. Really, it's weird. It's like, the only amount of damage that really hurts us is that reflect counterattack damage that he does when he gets hit right here. It's like the only time we take damage. It's so weird. Besides that, all the normal attacks really pretty negligible. They don't really do much. But the second we go and attack, boom, we almost die. Or we do die. So might just go back to the drawing board, go back to our old setup, take Betty out of the lineup because she is a strong hero, but in this situation, definitely not wanting it because otherwise we just don't get shields. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.